thank you for watching. Today I'm going to make a lazy Susan to match some coasters I made using the Sheleeasrt style bloom tape. Let's get started. To start, I've applied some painter's tape to protect the back. Then I'm going to brush on a thin layer of polyacrylic to seal the wood. This is important because the wood can warp when we apply the other paints if you don't seal it first. And make sure I get the top and edges all the way around. Then we need to let it dry for about an hour. The next step is to pour the pillow paint. As you can see, I'm pouring over my first attempt. I didn't use enough paint, so it didn't spread out like I wanted it to. So I'm going to try it again. Now I'm tilting to spread the pillow paint out a little bit. Since I already had paint on here, I don't need to spread it anymore. But if you're starting from scratch, make sure you get the sides and edges covered with paint. Next, I'll start applying the paint colors. This is where I made the mistake the last time and didn't have enough paint to be able to blow it out very far. So this time I'm adding 2 spoonfuls, which is about half of a teaspoon of each of the colors. I like to use dessert taster spoons for this because they're the perfect size. Plus they can be washed and reused. All my paint colors are mixed with Behr 8300 and polyacrylic pouring medium. And then add the colored paints to consistency. For recipes and detailed explanation of how I mix my paint, see my tutorial called Bloom Recipe and Consistency. Next, I'll add zinc oxide and then titanium white cell activator. I'm also adding a little bit extra of this to make sure I have enough to blow out. And then I blow out the paint. I start by blowing straight down without the attachment, and then add the attachment to blow out the petals of the bloom. This does take a little bit of practice, but essentially you want to blow the cell activator over the paint colors and then spread the paint colors out towards the edges. It takes a few minutes for the cells to develop and the paint to move back towards the center. Use a flexible straw to blow down into any thick puddles of cell activator, or to blow onto some smaller cells to make them a little bit larger. Now I'm ready to spin it out. My first spin is slow so I can make sure it's centered. And then continue spinning to spread out and remove the excess paint. It will take several spins to spread out the paint enough. You don't want to leave the paint too thick or it can crack when it's drying. I'm tilting this a little bit to see if the paint in the center moves or not. In this case, it looks like I need to spin a little bit more. Now it's staying pretty still, so I know I'm done. So I'll just let it dry and then apply resin. And here's the finished result. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please see some of my other tutorials on functional art. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.